Well, you'll know that Sinn Féin have been raising concerns with both governments about the failure of the British government to implement its obligations in terms of the Good Friday Agreement and other agreements, and we're particularly focused at this time on their cuts in the block grant, on their refusal to honour the commitments made at St Andrews for capital investment, and then the ongoing effort to impose really swingeing cuts in welfare benefits. So all of that has an accumulative effect, and we're also very concerned about Acna Gaeilge, about the Bill of Rights and the ongoing incarceration of Marion Price and Martin Corey. And then up comes these arrests of people who were cleared as on the runs. A man called Michael Burns, who's very ill, was arrested, and John Downey yesterday charged in London. Now, both those individuals had benefited from a scheme which the governments had put in place to resolve the anomaly of people who, if they had been sentenced, would have benefited from the early release scheme of the Good Friday Agreement. So they would only serve 2 years. Most of those, there were about 150 perhaps Republicans, but most of those were just victims of harassment. There was no evidence against them of any offence whatsoever. Some of them clearly were facing charges, some of them were escapees, some of them had jumped bail, and so on. And all of those were resolved, and we had a very ongoing, tedious process with the British and Irish governments to sort that out. It was also subject of a very firm commitment by both governments in a joint governmental statement after Weston Park, where they committed to resolving this anomaly. They publicly said that they were not pursuing extradition proceedings against people who at that time may have been sought for extradition. So this is a complete breach of all of that. I'm very mindful that the charge is a serious charge, but and you always have to be mindful that all of this just creates problems for victims. It also creates problems for the Downey family. I mean, John is a very valued member of Sinn Féin, very, very active, worked with the Gardaí, former members of the Guards, former members of the Irish Army, worked with Loyalists, was very, I spoke to him myself at Easter, just up in Drumbo at the Easter commemoration, so he's a good guy, but that's immaterial. The fact is, he is an OTR who was told that he was not wanted in any charges.